We'll go ahead and open the meeting for May the, what is day 26th? May 22nd, 2023. At this time, we always take prior requests. You got any prior requests?
I remember, actually, it's daughter, my great-granddaughter, Emma. She's got a growth on the fleshy part of one of her kidneys, and they think it might be cancer. So,
I hadn't heard this latest on it, but I know that Ava Quarles is a real thing.
Yeah. Dave Coral, remember that?
I heard John Hebe went to an issue with him.
Anybody else got any further requests? Remember the David Thomas family? Remember Little David? They call him Little David. Remember him? And they called him Lurch. He was killed in a car wreck last week up here on the straight. That's what that wreck was, up on the straight. So y'all remember that family? Remember Lurch? That's his nickname. Y'all remember that family? I think he's like this today while he's gone. They had a service together. Remember that family? Anybody else got any prayer requests? I'm trying to think there's something else there. Remember all the churches in the community. I can't think of anything about it. Remember our men and women service country wear uniform, past, present, and future. Remember those. Appreciate everybody's service. Chuck served in the service. Appreciate that. Anybody else in here serving? Appreciate the time you served in the service. Remember the homeless. Some choose that life, some do not. Regardless, they're still homeless. Remember the homeless veterans. We shouldn't have one homeless veteran out there on the street. Shouldn't have anybody homeless, period. But shouldn't have a veteran out there to serve this country. Remember our first responders in every way there, police, fire, EMT, ambulances. Remember all those folks. Holidays are coming up, so everybody remember folks going to be traveling back and forth and so on. There was two students supposed to graduate this week from McMinn County. Was killed in a car wreck. Y'all remember those families. Anybody else got anything in that line? Prayer request. All right. If we don't, Quentin, you have a prayer for us.
Lord, we come to you again. We thank you for the day. Thank you for your blessings. Pray, Lord, that you be with us tonight. Help us to do the things, Lord, to benefit the community and our people in the community, Lord. And help us to always follow you and guidance. Be with the ones on the prayer list, and we give you the praise. We ask you in your name. Amen.
Amen. Y'all can hold the minutes there. Any additions or deletions to minutes? Do I hear a motion to accept the previous minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor saying aye. Aye. Previous minutes passed there. John, you got anything?
3-1 is one arrest.
Our chief's not here tonight. He's gone to a graduation. If I understand, is that correct? You know anything, Jerry?
And he had several calls. Most of them were trees across the road during those storms that came through. That's most of what he had.
On the roads, state's supposed to be over here this week. That's the word I got last week. Fixing this problem they got right up here, and I reckon they're just going to pave over it. It'll be a problem again before it's over with. But they're up there going to be taking care of that. I took them on 420. I didn't take them to rephrase that. Got old David Bragg come over. He's our local county man. Went over 422, looked at the road where it's breaking off at the white line. There's 2 places, cleaning the ditches out. And he told me they're gonna try to get the tree, it's leaning so bad right there by the state line, that big pine tree. He looked at it, phone company won't move it, won't do nothing. They took the line out from below it and moved it on top of it to keep from having to cut the tree. Cable company won't do nothing, it's not on that, so they're gonna try to remove that tree. It's hanging bad across the road there.
We can get it.
Everything she makes, yeah, stays on
I had people ask me about it the other day, and I told them that we recorded it and everything else.
He told me, I said, you gonna get it? He said, looks like we'll wind up getting it, so they're gonna, when, I don't know.
If we could get them bring a sidearm bush hog, it'd be nice. There's several places it's dangerous to pull out.
And he said, you're gonna plant ditches, but here's where he's at. He's got 8 people, I think, or something. That's all he's got. And 2 of them medical, that leaves him 6 for the whole county.
Had spots.
But I'll call him, but he drove over here and looked at all that, so I told him that road's getting in bad shape.
What we gonna do about that hole in the road down there with Short Holler?
Right there around from Jerry on that curve.
Yeah.
Right there.
Sure did. Need to get Corey over here and look at it. It's probably going, that tile's probably collapsed there, ain't it, or rusted out.
It looks like it's a big old hole there.
Right on the edge right there.
Right on the edge.
It looks like the water out of the rock has washed out between the 2 tiles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not okay, it's just washed out. They need to bring some, like 6-inch rock,
Lawson Drive.
fill that in.
Yeah, I know, it's that big tile comes out right there at your place, Josh. Okay.
That ain't been there long.
Yeah, it's been
No, it's
there.
on some short
There was a thing up there, and somebody knocked it over, and it laid over for a long time.
Somebody put it back up when they
It's been there,
moved.
it's been there. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you talking to Terry about that. I'll get him to look at that.
I stopped there the other day, got out and looked at it. And I think to myself, somebody runs off in there, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
Well, you know what time it is, so you know what's fixing to start going up down that road. It's hay season, so.
Don't you been around Mail Loop on Burns? There's a tree hanging over there. Dr. Ed called me about it Friday and knew we couldn't get nobody. Will you check on that, or if you? It's above pretty high, but it's hanging right there. I can get the county to get that one.
I think it's leaning pretty much all across the road.
Pretty bad.
How far around there is it? Can you meet the county if I get them over tomorrow and look at it and you meet them? Okay. I'll do that. All right. Anybody else got anything on that line right there?
I seen they put new signs up on Short Holler too.
I've
Got some more we gotta get out of too.
got 4 more signs.
Still got this one Pine Grove and then Griffin Lane. And we've got a Graham Home place, it's gone.
Yeah,
You got
I got to get it made.
Okay.
Well, I've got Griffin Lane,
And I think you can fix that one
fix
there.
that one down here.
Mail Loop you done have? Or yard?
Yeah, I put one up.
At the Mail Loop? No, it's bent, it's folded like it's horseshoe. There's been a truck come around and caught that sign and kind of bent over the horseshoe. The sign can be straight, it's aluminum.
Yeah.
You'll look at it right there at the end of Miss Rector's yard up on the upper end.
Okay, I'll take it down and straighten it up.
Yeah, that's all it needs there. All right, then, any citizens have anything? One more thing, go ahead, Chuck, I'm sorry.
Well, I might wait, it's nothing, just go ahead.
The gas thing that you inquired about, that made me think that over, they're gonna have a meeting and he's supposed to, June the 20th.
Across the street talking about gas.
No, I'm talking about out on the Port Road.
That liquid gas.
That liquid gas.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious about that, yeah.
They're gonna have a meeting, and I think he told me at the Princess, but you're more welcome to check with me, on the 20th of June to explain that whole thing the way it is over there.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Wow, I just can't believe it. I never read it.
That's safer than what's so far down, you know.
Well, if something happened there, they got a chemical plant right there, and everybody in New Hope would have to be evacuated. This is kind of,
Well, the chemical plant's probably more dangerous than gas,
well, I don't want to get them together,
you know, but they're gonna explain how all that
so it's
works
gonna happen.
on the 20th.
What about the trailer, RV park?
Hadn't heard a thing. Have y'all heard anything on the board? Not since the meeting.
Finished your, well, I just want to say that last meeting, we didn't have adequate seating. Had us crammed in that one room. There's people standing everywhere, in here, outside.
I mean, guess you don't know
I
what
mean,
to
never really had to
expect.
see
better than having
somebody's
it in
life
here.
just about.
And so it's better than having it in here.
Yes, I mean,
We could have easily pulled out another fire truck and give everybody some breathing room, but that didn't happen. I don't, this is, and then, why do we all have to, you called us off, we just had to send everybody home. We don't even get an hour of nothing.
I called it to get a break there,
A
everybody.
break, yeah, what do we
You
need
know,
a break?
well, I got the right to do that, and I did it. And we had a recess for about 10 minutes, then we resumed the city meeting. People was there for the RV issue. Anybody's welcome to stay, leave, whatever. That's not an issue you're trying to make. They could stay or they could leave. All I done was give everybody a little break there. Some of these men had to go, do some things. The bathroom, to be honest with you. So I just took a little 10-minute recess there. Whoever wanted to stay is more than welcome to stay. Nobody had to leave.
There's still people wanting to ask more questions, and you sort
Well,
of.
we wasn't there for a debate or a hearing there. It wasn't nothing like that. We're just trying to, if they ever move forward, if it ever goes forward, they've not come to, have they come to any of y'all? Anybody? No?
Sounds like we just acknowledged that they're
That was
out there.
basically it.
We
Because
just acknowledged that they're out there.
Well, there's a process of all the lies that have been told on all these other stuff, but no, there's been no, y'all had a meeting of any way, form, or fashion? Anybody had a meeting that I'm aware of? Nobody's had a meeting or nothing decided. And it's a process, Chuck, when you do that, and then there's called a public hearing. That'll be open to everybody. We can clean her out again, line them up out there, and you can talk off. That's what the public hearing is for.
Over an hour if it takes it sometimes.
It's a public meeting. Now, the way that you close the city meeting, you open up to the public, you have a public hearing. The public has their say, they have their say. We'll close that and then go back and resume as the city meeting goes.
Everybody's really getting upset over nothing. They ain't bought the property and everybody's getting upset over nothing. I mean,
Rumors are they
people going
in whether we want it or not.
rumors about it, you know. You can't
Bunch
believe
of
it.
transient people is all it's gonna be, transients, and ain't no telling what.
Man.
Illegals, who knows?
Things to do, don't listen.
That's my impression of it.
Thing to live, don't listen to everybody, because we've already told y'all, it wasn't gonna happen.
It's a process.
We told y'all it wasn't gonna happen, so. I don't know what to do, everybody.
Until they request come back for some type of zoning or something, Chuck, it's, as far as I know, it's dead in the water. Unless any of y'all know something different, not that they approach you.
Well, I have a follow-up question
All right.
based on what Billy just said. Are you telling us no matter what happens, even if they buy the property, it's not gonna happen? Because that's what you just said. It's not gonna happen. You just said it twice. Are you telling us that no matter what, even if they buy the property, you're not gonna let it come in?
He's telling you, Rhonda, there's a process we gotta go through.
No, that's not what he said. He just said it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, twice.
The meeting last time, just, they got to buy the property first. Now, they bought the property first. You wouldn't the one been in the newspaper telling everybody how, that they bought the property or anything.
I haven't said they bought the property. I've never said they bought the property. But the lady stood up and said that they had a contract with, yes. At the last meeting, she said, we have a contract.
How they bought the property.
But that don't mean they bought the property, Ron, because it's a
No,
contract.
that's not what I'm addressing here. He just said it's not gonna happen. So do we have the assurance of this committee, this council here, that no matter what, even if they buy the property, it's not gonna happen? Because that's what he just said. It's not gonna happen.
The people in New Hope want it?
No one that I've talked to.
I didn't know how much I like those
You
cats.
said you stood on that petition sort of saying they didn't really want that, wasn't it? 200, real close to 200 signatures.
Are the signatures, everybody that lives in New Hope? Because I've seen a lot of them signatures down there at Dollar General Store, people that lived in South Pittsburgh.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't look at this, they're all residents.
Well, bring signature here, let's look at them. See if they're all.
It was here last week and nobody wanted to look at it.
Do what?
Jason had it last week, all the signatures on it, nobody cared to look at it.
Jason never tell anybody yet? Anybody won't look at it?
Well, yeah, he said he had 200 signatures, he had a petition, 200 signatures.
He didn't ever ask nobody to look at it.
Well, until they bring something to the city for the city to vote on and decide on, that's where we're at. I've not heard anything from them. So, not since the last meeting. Anybody else? All right, we're gonna move on to old business. You got any old business?
You said that Keith Gardner's going to be talking on June 20th. Where is that going to be at?
I think he told me they might have to move it down to the Princess Theater possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that. He's gonna send an email to you about that, so. We did get the dock done up there at the park. Quentin is done. It's
Looked
done.
good.
Park's open today, and everything, so that's okay.
Garbage cans got liners in them. The guy that picked up the garbage is up there this morning and then picked up and put new bags in, then went over the parking lot, picked up all the garbage that they're too lazy to put in the garbage can.
We got that. Any other old business?
Anybody that know this probably at borderline to do with the park up there. We need the parking lot lined.
Find some way to do it then.
Well, I got two people I'm
Okay.
waiting on answers from. And where those picnic tables are, that needs to be cut back. You can't even get on a picnic table. The one on the water and the one up on the hill, everything's growed out to it. And all the roads around through there, everything's hanging over the roads. That all
Does the county need to come with that side arm and cut all it back?
will they do that?
Yeah, that's the government property.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but they need to cut.
That upper road.
We're the caretakers of that, so.
Yeah, I know. Around behind, up there on the hill.
Pavilion.
Yeah, around the pavilion,
Yeah.
around the back side of it. Going in, well, all the way around it, needs to be cut back.
What's the hours on that?
So,
It stays on. Close it. September 1st, October, they close it.
Telling you how we love
after we need to get that mowing done, and we need some sand. If we had about, well, first got to get all that grass off of there, but really wouldn't even have to
Can this
spread.
guy mow it the most, can he is it too high for that?
It's too high for that. It's got some trees growing in it,
I can put a bush on it and get it, it's something like that.
maybe,
Yeah,
maybe,
I'll look at it, if I can, I know do it on here, so I can run up it over there.
yeah. I think we need probably about 3 loads of sand. If they put them in different spots,
Okay.
they'll spread it out for you up there. You got to worry about spreading. Everybody goes up there and plays them. Have it spread out in a few days.
All right. So,
I have a question
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that 20th of the meeting
Yes, ma'am.
at the Princess, possibly at the Princess. How are we supposed to know? Other people supposed to know that's
Well-
going to be there? Will it be on that sign, that marquee out front?
I'm
or
sure it
what?
will. I'm sure it
Okay.
will. Keith wasn't 100% on it at the time I talked to him this past week, and they were just trying to get all that.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably other people that would like to
Yeah.
maybe put some input
Yeah,
into
they was gonna
that.
be, all those folks already explaining it and everything. All right, we'll move no more, we'll move new business. Have a couple things. One, you got in front of the preliminary copy of the budget. It's for y'all to look at and go over, take and do that. And what we'll do tonight is pass it on the first reading. If you see anything that needs to be attended or added to or taken away or whatever, let us know with the next meeting. But I got to really August to get this in, but the sooner the better if we can, on it. So can we get a motion for a first reading on the budget tonight? On this right here, y'all look it over. I hear a motion.
Make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor saying aye. That motion carries past on the first reading tonight. Y'all look that over, get a copy. That's just a preliminary copy. These will change done, let us know on that. Second thing on new business, Dave Anderson, Colonial Chemical, had asked about where the old road is at Matty Blevin's. there. That road goes around through there. That was a state road at one time. They had bought that property all the way from the road to the river down through there. And that road at that curve, and I think Eddie Griffin lives in that house. That's as far as the road goes, and it's just deplorable after that. No upkeep that we do anything. He had asked about that road being dedicated or deeded over to them because they own the property and the city has no, I don't know if it even belongs to the city or belongs to the state or belongs to the county, to be honest with you. But being I run it by tonight, I got to find out who it belongs to because it was, I don't know how the state does that. If they abandon it, I don't know if they abandon it, they turn it over to the city. At one time I heard the county owned it, so I need to find out.
Is it on their property?
Well,
Is the road on their property?
well, it splits the property. They own, that's what it is. It's no use to
You know, that road used to, it made a circle, it made a
and you
circle.
can't go out the other end. It's,
That's right.
there's no way around.
Right, yeah, I know how these road up.
So, you know, and I told him, I said, you can't put a gate or nothing up at that road because of that house to get around that curse so many feet because it goes to that house. And he said, I understand that, but we're just going to, which would probably help because I think there's some that slip up in there. Might be a little no good going on there, you know, he could put a gate right there, you know. But, are y'all open to the fact of dedicating or deeding the road in at their cost and we're not the city if there has to be deeds and everything where it brought up on it? Or what do you want to do? Because I told them I'm running by y'all.
Well, you need to get with the family owned half acre first.
How does that work?
The center line is the way all roads are over here. The center line, this guy come off half of his and this guy come off half of his. Every road around here is that way.
I need to find out about that. I did not know.
Yeah.
The center line, all the roads.
All the roads around here is that way. My property up there comes from the center line of the road.
That's how mine was.
Griffin Lane, center line of the road.
When I built this house up here on the hill, mine was center line of the road.
Yeah.
All right, I'll find out. Again, I'll find out. In the next meeting, I'll find out.
Mr. Miss Blevins' old house that Eddie lives in, I say it's center line from that road.
Center line.
Yeah. But since they closed the road, it might have changed. I don't know. You just have to check on that.
That was a state road at one time. That's all we
Yeah,
got.
that's a state road.
They still bad curve. That's the
Bad
state line.
wrecks all there all the time.
All right, let me find out what you, about that too. All right, we'll just, y'all think about it, find out about that. What's any other new business? Oh, yes. There's a, what's it called? What's this actually called?
It's called
Oh, here it is. Sorry.
Local Government Corporation.
Local Government Corporation. That's what this is, Computer Solutions at work anyway. To keep us, to move forward where we need to at the city and keep things more in line and help us, what's a good term I'm trying to
Get up to the 21st century.
get up 21st century, okay. It's a program out there. We talked about QuickBooks and stuff, but QuickBooks won't really work for what we need it to work for in the government. This is the government right here on this, and it's from the LGC, Local Government Corporation. And they've got a program out. And it's financial management software, revenue collection software, document managed software. You'll no longer pay like a CPA firm. We don't have to pay a CPA firm to keep up and take it up there, and they keep it for several months and all this and go through it. Then auditors get it. It's a process, you know. This here does it kind of for them. It takes some of that to where we can do it on the computer and stuff, get more up to speed on that. Annual usage fee on that. It's a one-time deal though, ain't it?
It's a one-time purchase, but there is an annual fee. And that's to update software, it's to, for extra training programs in IT. And they will come in and set up the software and everything.
If you have a problem with it, you can call them.
Right.
Yeah, and it's tied to the state.
City of Jasper and South Pittsburgh doesn't use this system.
You might use something similar to that.
So they've got that. Everybody's went to this. We're kind of the last holdout, probably us in the crossroad, maybe armed because of them, but something. This thing though is $15,000. It's a one-time deal. It's $15,000 for this.
16, they had to add the
16.
equipment.
And what is it called?
It's the Local Government Corporation, or
Local Gov.
Local Gov is what it is, Ms. Rector. What it
It's
is.
an updated program.
Is it
is it really local government, whatever?
It's tied
or
to
is it
Tennessee.
contract?
Yeah, it's the Tennessee.
It's tied to Tennessee. Jasper and South
Okay.
Pittsburgh are
Tied
using
to the
it.
state.
Right, it's a state, yes ma'am.
Okay.
It's a state here. You know, it's just a help better system to keep up with things. It takes a lot of pen work out and stuff that, it's on computers quicker and faster, and you find stuff easier and get it more dialogued in and things of that nature for it there, so.
Well, you can also take that off at the end of the week or every night onto a disk.
Yeah, we can.
And you save that, and you never lose that information.
You'll have annual reports, you'll have at your fingertips.
Right.
Because the state is now going to the CAR system, is that what I put on here? Where they're wanting to code all of your general ledger accounts for everything. And so when something is entered into the system, like for a bill, we would have to enter that immediately. We could generate reports and payroll and everything really quickly. And it wouldn't sit, like you said, at the CPA's office. Should I tell them about that in the CPA next year? Yeah.
And it provides upgraded software and hardware installation, additional training, and IT support needed. All that will be incurred in this year.
Well, if the state's doing it, probably you'd have a much better chance of getting to people than if it's a contract group.
No, it's a state.
Good.
It's a state.
It was recommended by Brad Harris, who is our state rep that comes and works with us on our budget.
And then we got,
Does it sound very
we got,
legitimate?
He's like, we've been trying to get y'all to do this for a while.
we got this, so, of course, we'll have to put this in the budget. When we put it in the budget, we haven't yet, so that's another thing. Until we put it in the budget, we have to have the budget passed first before we'll be able to, we can accept it or agree to do it, but then we have to make sure that the budget passes with that in it and all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a motion. If y'all want to do it, if you don't, that's fine. If you want to, we'll have to still wait for it to clear the budget and the state clear the budget and say, hey, yeah, your budget's clear, you can do it, then we know we can spend the money to get it. So what do y'all?
I'd make a motion to do it.
Here's a second.
Second.
All in favor saying aye. Motion, any opposed? Motion carries then. It's a process, to get it all done and everything, so.
We're looking at what, next year, maybe July?
First of the year, maybe, first year, something like that.
You hear any more about the tower? They talk about the tower here right now.
Nothing else has been mentioned.
I was gonna ask about that too.
Nothing else been mentioned about the radios, the towers, or nothing. I don't know what the deal is. Some of the cities kind of upset because of the radio system. It's supposed to have been it's supposed to have been a state of the art when they done everything, but it's kind of had some failure problems in it. They won't upgrade, but the cost it's going to be, I don't think none of the cities are going to be able to, don't really want to do it, Some of the cities will probably pay out $60,000, $80,000, $90,000 for radios.
Yeah.
I think ours was in the 30s, just for our little cities. You imagine what the bigger cities would pay out in the county. So.
Yeah, I think that's one of the issues they're having now is trying to decide whether they want to spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
Because from what I've been told, it was more money than what they were expecting.
Anybody else got any business? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor saying aye. Aye. Adjourn.